What you are about to watch is not tutorial. It's a full process. 2 hours of real creative production. Building a complete brand from nothing. Packaging, product images, lifestyle shots, banners, animated ads, UGC content, and even a short brand video. All of it. One session, one platform. Weavy, nothing else. And that matters, because the number one thing that kills momentum for a new brand is not lack of ideas. It's tool chain. One app for generation, another app for editing, another app for compositing. Export here, import there. Half your time spent just moving files between tabs. Weavy is node-based. Everything lives in one dashboard. And once your workflow is built, it stays there. You come next week needing a new banner, it is already set up. Now, I'm not going to pretend that this is top-tier brand identity work. It's not. When a brand is ready for that, proper positioning, type systems, a 60-page guideline, go and do that. Hire for it. But most new brands don't start there. They start with the product, a belief, and nothing to show for it. No assets, no presence, no way for market to even react. And in that gap, they wait for samples, for budget, for a designer, for the right time. There's no reason to wait anymore. You can build what you need, when you need it, at the quality the stage actually requires. Something like that beats just idea every single time. So I want you to know this. It's not the platform, it's not the output, it's what happens between the prompts. Every rejection, every adjustment, every moment when I look at the result and say, not yet. All that without even being able to explain why. And that's where the actual work lives. AI generates and I direct. And that layer, the decision, the speed, the instinct, all that built over years of work, learning, experiments, failures, this is actually the thing that no tool will replace. So watch the process, watch how many times something gets rerun before it gets right. That's the real content. Let's take a look at it. So today we will create a mushroom supplement brand completely from scratch. We will take care about branding, marketing assets, social media banners, product images, basically everything you might need to get such new brand running really fast. So as I have told, it will be adaptogenic mushroom, and ideally you would first have at least some brief from client or whomever you are doing that for. But since this is just a showcase and I do not have anything like that, I will find some help with ChatGPT to get me such brief and maybe at least initial information about a brand name and brief story, what it represents, something like that. Now, here you can see the prompt I'm using. It's quite simple because this is not very much structured work. I just need to come up with the initial point from which I will basically move on to other stages. Now I will go with this option. And here I need one more thing because I don't know if I'm gonna be needing that in the future or not. I will ask it to give me also some brand story and description, where it is based, what is interesting in how the brand was built. In this case, it will be completely fictional, but as I told you before, these inputs would be something that a client would send you, would give you. But I don't have authority to publicly present anything I have done of similar nature. Therefore, I am doing a fake brief and I think it will serve its purpose. Now, with it, I think we can move on to the actual first step, because this was step 0 and you would not be doing that if existing assignment would be sent to you. So at this stage, I would assume that a brand has a product and they are starting their business journey, maybe e-commerce store or whatever, and they would need some packaging so the physical product can be already marketed, even though it is maybe not yet manufactured or printed. Because if you would wait until you have full stock, it might be already too late for marketing activities or, I don't know, to create some buzz in the market around your product. You need to start way sooner. And with what we have available to basically anybody right now, it's quite easy to do that. And there is no excuse for waiting before, I don't know, we have some samples. You don't need to do that. In original stages, maybe you have not enough budget for designer to create you maybe well thought through design, but you have your basic idea and you can create something quite pretty for the first stage, first run, before the brand will grow and before the product idea itself will be somehow validated by the market that there is a demand for this product. So we will create some packaging and first visuals for the product. And then out of that, we will create product images with clean backgrounds, then stylized images for, I don't know, supporting the story and visual look, then product banners, also simple brand banner animations, and we will end up with UGC generated content, which in first stages, there is no chance you have something like that. But I don't mean it that in real life you should fake it, not at all. But I'm pretty sure that you have some experiences of people that are using it as, I don't know, like a beta users or something like that, but they are not able to record it or present it in a way that is suitable for social media. Therefore, if you have such information, you can, in those first stages, boost that production and sharing of that experience through AI-generated UGC content, and we will be doing that. After quick research, I found this image, which I think is quite suitable for those stylized images, but for sure I don't like this pouch here. And for pouch, I was thinking something like this might work. As of now, I don't try to go too much into design philosophy or anything. I just need to come up with branding or for packaging that somehow follows what I intend to do with it later. So forest scenes, nature scenes, therefore it should be grounded color palette with probably brown, dark green, something like that. And I will be building everything in virtually one dashboard. It will be made in Weavy, which is node-based AI platform for creatives, and it has quite a lot of features that can help you to streamline such production. You can also do that in different tools, but this time I would like to present it in like one dashboard that you could refer to anytime you need some new marketing asset or whatever you might need. First, I would need to get in description of my brand. So I will copy this part completely here, just so I can maybe quickly reference the brand itself. And now I will bring in some visual references for packaging design. I have found those on Midjourney, but you could do that anywhere. I will copy this image and place it here. Then maybe something like this. Also this. And 3 images would be just enough, I think. Stage 1 is I need a clean shot front view of pouch filled with this product in the visual description that would probably fit my style. And I will be doing that in, let's use new Nano Banana, second version. I will plug in all those references. And I need to bring in some prompt. So what I need to do here is to create a pouch front view. So design a pouch packaging for brand that sells adaptogenic mushrooms. Done. Core palette. If you would have exact colors that you need to use because they have their branding guidelines ready, you need to use those. But as of now, I'm just exploring dark greens, dark browns, and maybe, I don't know, gold as accent color. I'm not sure if that would work, but we will try. Get inspiration from references, but do not implement presented product nature. Always just to mushrooms. As of now, I'm not sure if this prompt would be enough. I will hit run and we will see. And while this is being generated, it would be quite cool to maybe inspect this description so I can steal some prompts and word tokens. I'm not even sure if it was mentioned, but here you can see that it is a blend of these 3 types of mushroom, and I did not mention it there. So I will copy this thread and I will paste it here for when this will be ready. I will iterate on it. There is no problem to rewrite this prompt when this is being generated because the call was already made. Therefore, it will be generated with the prompt that was available when you were clicking on the button. Not that bad on the first try. You could really see the combination of all those, but I think it is maybe too crowded. I don't like that. I was searching maybe for something like that simple design, empty space. Therefore, I need to actually prompt for it. Simple and clean design with a lot of negative space, almost like empty, avoid crowded design. I think it will understand what I meant. Let's try it. And I can also try Nano Banana Pro version, just maybe to compare which one would get my idea better. I expect them to give me quite similar results, but as I will be creating those assets, and once I'm happy with some and I would, let's say, verify it, I will delete unnecessary things there. Now here, I think we are quite close, but I did not prompt for a logo that calls wild, how is it called? Wild Mind. But we are close here. Now I will not even run this one in logo wild mind. And I have never stated how is it actually called, that product line. So there is functional mushroom blend. This is fine. In the top of pouch. Then what is the product line? I think it was a recharge. Yes. Then product name recharge. Under it, there will be information about it being a functional mushroom blend, and it is somewhere here, I think. Yeah, on the bottom there is contents information, let's say 250 grams. Now let's iterate again, run here and run here. Well, this one is pretty on point. I actually really like the logo itself, and in here it did what I wanted, but this is too crowded. I don't like this one. Even though the second version of Nano Banana came out just recently, I somehow still incline to Pro version more. This is what I really like. I just want a couple of maybe iteration, but just out of this image, not the rest. I will keep that just as backup, so I will keep the flow complete. But from here, I can copy my banana prompt. Let's do 2. And let's use prompt, keep the logo and main design idea of this packaging. Just try to iterate on it and give me similar versions. For iteration. Now we can do one cool thing here, which is do 4 images in 2x2 grid in one image, and I will plug this one in and this one in just as well. So with only 2 images, I will get 8 references, but I will also do one more, which is only cleaning this part because I don't like that transparent part. Keep the packaging as it is, just redesign so there is no transparent part. Rearrange elements accordingly. Now, this is interesting. In here, I'm a big fan of this design, but since I do not even know if this product will be, I don't know, in a powder or in pills, capsules filled with the powder, what is the color of the powder, I don't know that, therefore I am probably getting rid of this. And this approach didn't work at all. So I will delete that part. This one is quite close, and I would maybe ask for one more version where there is no brown color and it would be only also redesign brown bottom part to continue as dark matte green with golden strokes as decorative elements. Golden strokes, mushrooms. So I will try one time and one more time here. But in reality, if I would actually know what the contents look like, I would go with this probably. Now I think that this is the one I'm most inclined to use. I just need to rearrange it because recharge name is too high. So let's do one more time. You can see I am quite often sequencing nodes because this way I still have a history and I can get back to any version I need to reference, or I don't know, to branch out and create a new design version. Keep design as it is. Just move middle text part a bit lower, exactly in the middle between logo and 250 grams. This is kind of like free-form prompt, but I think it will get it because the adjustment itself looks to be quite easy. It did not work, so let's try something different. Rearrange design. So recharge with text below it is positioned lower. Try to achieve balanced composition. Now, even though I'm not fan of this, I still think it needs to be lower. You can see that comparing to this, it is lower. I think that it is something like here and here. Not enough. Now it is fine. So I'm happy with this. I will rearrange it just so we can be organized. And one last thing here is to upscale this image, so we have quite detailed version. Let's use maybe magnific upscale. Just plug it in and let it upscale twice, and this will be our product as a reference. With these nodes here, I will group them. Let's call it packaging, and this would be our main product once it gets upscaled. It looks fine. So we will start to build our marketing assets and also other accompanying mediums that we would need to maybe get this brand running. PDP images, meaning product detail page images. So white background, maybe side views, and also like a group offerings where you can buy, let's say, 2 pouches or 3 pouches. I will therefore again bring in Nano Banana Pro. I try to stay with 4:5 ratio, and I will plug our product as reference. Now we will create a prompt where I want to rotate this product 45 degrees to the left, then to the right. I will prepare it. I will run whole batch so I can work on multiple levels of this brand building at once. Let's copy. Next, I need show me this product in 2. Show me 2 products next to each other. Rotate them naturally. One is a little bit further in than the other. And in here we could try something like show me a combo of 3 pouch product. Middle one is closest to the camera. Everything is ready. I can select those and hit run selected. And while this is being generated, I will bring in my visual reference for lifestyle images or stylized, let's say. And it was this image. Copy. Paste. And I won't be using that just as visual reference. I want it also to be covered in text prompt, so I will use image describer. And I will let it describe it. Therefore, I can easily steal some word tokens. Now, we are getting somewhere. You can see that those two are fine, but it's not that obvious from the front image. How does the side view look like? And it's definitely not this. In here, it get it right. Maybe this one is fine, but those in the back are too far away, and I don't think it's readable enough. But here I will just run it one more time. I think I can add pouch has only one sealed edge on each side. Let's try this correction. Run. And in here, you can see its top-down shot reveals a product package lying on a mossy log within forest setting. I think that's fine. So I will again bring Nano Banana Pro. Again, 4x5, because I think that it is quite versatile aspect ratio. And I will plug this product here, and I will build my prompt, because it will be copy of this one. Top down should reveal a product package lying the matte brown package. Let's use the product dominates the scene. And I'm not interested in what was designed on the original image. The rough bark of the log, I think this is fine. Also, I would add just lighting on the product so it fits the scene naturally. And I will iterate on it twice, because one will be only with product and other one will be product, description, and also image reference. Just maybe so we can compare. Run and run. In here you can see this one got it right, this one not yet, so I just hit run again, because this description was somehow able to fix it here. So I will only rerun it here. This is better. In here it's not it. Again, you can see this one is without image reference, and I already see what I need to fix. But let's wait here. Apart from lighting, I also need to prompt it to rotate it naturally. But I like this one way more. So let's be efficient, and I will delete this one. And only thing I will do is I will copy it, let's say 4 times. I will bring them here. And here I will show you a trick where I will copy this prompt. I can go to ChatGPT and I will get 3 prompts of same style and structure, but the elements and maybe positioning of the product will be different. So I can maybe get way more good images out of it. Keep the tone and stylistic nature of the prompt above unchanged. Just give me variations with how the product is built into the scene. No need to do top-down shots all the time. shuffle also composition setting. And now I'm fine with that. I will copy this one, bring in new prompt, and I will paste it here. Then again, new prompt, paste it here, new prompt, paste it here. And with this logic, you can basically continue. I will plug this one here, and this one here. And we also need product reference, and image reference. Happy with this one? Then run, and run. Now we can rearrange it, move it a little bit down here. Fine with that. Let's come here. Okay, we have 3 solved. This is just fine, but maybe that angle is a little weird. One more time, and this one more time. I'm not even sure if I hit run on this one before. So let's wait for these guys to be generated. This one is cool. These two are not. Again, that's fine. And this one is also fine. Now this is cool, but it gave me a background and I don't want that. White background. And sometimes if this happens, the best way to do is like reset the model and node that you are using, and you can just run it again with fresh node. And I don't like this one, so I will probably come up here and I will use different prompt. I did not read those, so it's really only blind shot. This one is also fine. Maybe lighting could be better. Not sure with this one. Just lighting on the product so we fit the scene. Introduce natural reflections and gobo shadows casted from branches above. This approach is simply a process, and it is never the case that you will get perfect result on the very first try. It can happen, but it's not that often. Now this is cool. Shallow depth of field, because I have seen it here. Yes, that's fine. And wait for this one, and I will call it done for this stage. And here it did what I wanted. It introduced gobo lighting, but those reflections changed the nature of pouch material. I will do it this way. Let's get rid of reflections and only keep the gobo lighting. Let's run it. And while these sets of images, meaning stylized and these for product pages, I'm gonna create banners. Advertising banners, and now you can see this is fine. So while this will be fixed and it's still not there, but I can maybe try to do it differently. I will plug this guy here and show me this product, rotate it into opposite side. Maybe it will fix it because I'm too lazy to spend my time on something like that. Let's run it. And in here, I will try to use this as reference because it already has a hint that on the side there is just one seal. From the front-facing image, it's obviously just hit and miss. That's too much. But I will fix it. However, while this is being generated, I need to do one thing here, which is taking out this logo as a separate element, and I will do that in Photoshop. Copy image, object selection, and we will select it. Now I only need to maybe turn it completely white. And I will export this logo with transparency in background. So right click, export as PNG. Let's do that on a desktop logo. And we can get back to Weavy. No, these are I don't know, pressed or what. I will let it run because while we will finish rest of the assets, I'm pretty sure we will cover this. So let's bring in file, import, and logo. And now, since I'm lazy, I would like to introduce some text claims. Therefore, I can get back to ChatGPT because it already has context about this brand, and I will ask it, give me 4 samples of claims I could use with this brand for banners. Again, something like that would be handed to you from a client, probably, but this is sample, so I will pick my own. Recharge your mind naturally, short, clear, adaptable. I think that's quite fine. So I will copy this to Weavy. Let's use text. And now we will create our static banners. Now we are fine here. I think this one it's not it. I will delete this guy and I will try it again with this one. Left. Now, since I know that building those compositions with text takes a little bit of time, therefore I will prepare my stylized images to be changed into videos. I will therefore use probably Clink. Let's use Clink 3. We'll have 4 copies. I will plug first frame here, and in here a simple prompt will do. What should happen? Camera capture product pouch in nature, natural, hand held motion, slow, zoom in, and maybe in here we could do and tilt. We will try, and I can reuse this one prompt for every single video generation. And I can pick the model, which Clink 3 would be fine. 5-second duration, up to you. I will stick with 5, but if you need longer, then do that. Let's hit. We will try only the first one because video generation eats way more credits. Therefore, I will test it, and in here I will create composition. In compositor, I will bring resulting image as a background. This way it will get its aspect ratio by default. I will plug logo here. We can edit, position, maybe. I can maybe scale it down a little bit. Wild mind. In here, I could potentially introduce that text, but we will see how does it look and if it needs anything else. Recharge your mind naturally. Add another layer. And one more text. Now with this, we need to rearrange it. So it will be first, I think we can use DM Sans, that's fine. I want white text. And it needs to be, I don't know, 50 maybe. Too small, let's use 80. Let's scale it so it fits the safe zone. And recharge your mind will be just as well white, but we will use black. And now, I don't know, 120. We need to test. I think this could be 150. That's fine, but now it is covering our design. So I will maybe scale it up a little bit. Or if something like that happens, I can do a little adjustment, like a side view, and I know it will be the case here just as well. We can use either outpaint or I don't know, let's use Nano Banana again, and I will only zoom this image out because it is already quite big. Let's move it here and new prompt. Zoom out this scene. Run. But with each adjustment, you are actually making your asset library only bigger. And I know that this one will also need it for sure. So I will do it here just as well. And I will then only change the input here. Well, it did the job, but not as I wanted. By 20%. And in here, I did not change aspect ratio, which is unlucky. We need to do it again. But you could just as well use this image. And here, oh, I forgot I kept 1K size. I would need to do it here. Video will be just about ready. Now this one is fine, it's zoomed out, therefore I have enough space to place text and logo here. This will be done here just as well. So only thing I will do is I will copy this 4 times because I want to keep my logo untouched. And then with second one, I will use my second image as a background. Now you can see we can edit it. And if Let's find second text. Clarity, energy without crush. So that's fine. But looks like this one also might need zoom out. So I will do it for every single one just in case. But once you have it, you can reuse it. Run and run. Here I can change the zoomed out version. Let's hit edit, and now I can make my composition way more suitable. And now you can see so that maybe a little bit to the right and up. That's fine. We can change the text. Now, while these two will be fixed again, because I always start to generate over again, and I will do it here just as well, because I did not change to 2K. Run. Now we can inspect our video. I think that might be just fine for, let's say, quick video ads. Let's maybe try to change it like advertising clip, and I will run it again, run anyway. And now I can do it here, here, and here. So we will have 4 videos. This one is fixed. This one was zoomed out way too much, and it also changed the product. So I will run it again. Sometimes seeds are doing a mess, but you can manage. We can edit second banner. Done. And now you can see one banner, another one. This one is again generated. The third one is fine. Just in here, I think here we have text that is not in a correct position. So I will bring it to the right. That's okay. And now one more thing I like to do sometimes when we have quite good images, but the background is a little bit too complex. So to help readability, I will create something like this. I will scale up niche. Let's delete logo. I don't need it. And I will use simple black brush. Scale it up. Something like that would do. And I will export it as PNG, as a gradient. Let's get back to Weavy, and now we will import our gradient. I need to add 1 slot to each one. This one is also ready, so let's make those complete, and then we will do those adjustments. If you know how, you can still do some quick fix in Photoshop. That was not it. Now we will use this gradient as last input. I will scale it and position it under the text. And we can do maybe, I don't know, 50% or 70%. It will make the background a little bit darker and it helps readability. So we'll do the same here. Again, scale, position, change the order, and 70%. Also here, edit, and last one just as well. And now we have basically 4 ready-made banners. We will wait for videos to be done. I will copy these here. And while this is being generated, we can do a bit of cleanup work. Still not here. I almost forgot about this one. I don't need this text anymore. So let's do, these are PDPs. Then those are stylized, at first row, and zoomed out versions. Then here we will arrange our banners. Then in here we have our videos, which simple zoom in. Then in here, this one is quite nice, but there's a cut which I don't like. I will run it again. To zoom in, that's fine. That's also fine. And we can quickly recycle them and maybe shuffle. So I will use Ford with this one. It, however, changed the aspect ratio, but we can quickly rearrange. Or maybe with these, I could get rid of, yes, I will do that because videos would be like just moved. Therefore, I will delete second row and it will be centered. 100. Now we have video. You can see it can play in here with text, so you don't need to obsess over it and simply render it out in the end. In here, I think that 70 would be fine. If I want to divide it into 2 lines, I need to do it here. I will use third one here. Again, this was, I think, 70. Center, bring it down, and logo was 500. 1, 2. Then we will use third one, which I probably like the most. 70 pixels. I need to do 2 lines here for new formula. Edit. A line in the middle. Then logo. Lock aspect ratio 500. I will place it here. And again, last one, which is logo, lock aspect ratio 500. And then text will be 70 pixels. And we need 2 lines. We cannot do that in here. Center, center, and bring it down. And now we also have our animated banners that are suitable for ads. In here, it did not reload because the generation is not yet ended, but once it will be, video will be automatically updated. So now you can see that it's around 2 hours with ideation, generation, and simple compositing, all that put into one dashboard, which will give you at least the first batch of assets that could be used for marketing purposes, brand building, social media feed, and whatever you might think of. Now, once this first layer is covered, we will take a look on the stage 2, which needs a little bit different approach, and it would be a product brand video, and it will need a little bit of direction and different approach. However, what you see here is quite available to anyone. You just need to be open-minded and be okay with testing, iterating, and not get discouraged if maybe a certain pose or, image elements within those are not as you want them. You just need to fight it through, just like I'm doing with this very first image, which I wasn't expecting it would be this way. But I will just rerun it over and over again until it will be solved. I will clean that for you so you can take a look inside this workflow on your own, and then we will move to stage 2, which is, let's say, agency advertising with sound, with cuts, with direction locked in, so it's not considered as simple ad that you will place in Google AdSense and call it a day. We have covered those here, and I think those look good. If we decide to, change the colors or maybe tweak a design a little bit, it's all set up here, so we can simply build upon it and expand our brand asset library only to be bigger and bigger and bigger. And we will move to stage. Now that we have a couple of assets ready, there are still a bunch of formats and versions to be used in marketing communications. In here, we have simple videos, moody with simple tagline, but we could also introduce more PPC-style visuals and banners, for which I will use one of my already prepared workflows, which I just copied. And in here, it can give you results based on simple sticky note design that you can draw. And I did those like this and like this. You can see them in here. I just uploaded here with simple photo. And now I will do at least just a couple, but we need to do some adjustments. In here, I will change this to be 4x5. And we will change the product because this one is from the original workflow. I can delete it and I will drag in my original one. So it is here. And I need to pick new driving image, which will be this one. I will get rid of this, and also this one will be for the second banner. You can find a link to this exact sequence in the description. Then I will again plug another sticky note reference and we need product reference once again. All those prompts are basically do not touch because they are prepared, so models know what to do. Only thing we need here is to provide it with any visual reference for what type of banners we want. We can find those, let's say, on Pinterest, and it would be nature banner, add. It really doesn't matter what's in it because it only describes the style of the visual. Let's try something different. Maybe we could use also color green, and now we are quite close. I think this one might be good. Also this one. It's really up to you to pick which you want. But here I will probably use this one, and we will see. I will copy image and paste it in workflow as reference. I will delete this reference and replace it, where the model here should describe visual style of this image without taking into account what product it is. Therefore, results would look similar, not the same, because we are not using image as a reference, only text description of visuals. For now, I will keep description as it is, but if you know what is your type of prompt that you are using, you can specify it here. Also maybe color palette, because right now it is only based on this image, but it could act as a reference and you will do manual adjustments here because, I don't know, your green is certain color, for example, like here. But we will not be doing that since we want to go fast and lean. Now we only need to do run and run. Here we are missing main prompt. So we can hit run again and let's just wait. Most of the time it works quite fast and it's reasonably correct. If not, you can just simply hit rerun generation and it will get you there. And now we are done, and you can for sure tell that is one product here, buy now button and logo here, and it's 3-pack here and 3-pack offer button also copied. But in here logo is in golden tones because it needed to take it out of product image. But probably if we add one more image input and we would use the logo itself, I'm quite optimistic in the model understanding what I want. So it will do that. And if you would want to, I don't know, describe something additional that's not here, like use also some tree bark elements or textures. Those details that matter to you, you can write it here and let's hit run and run. But the logic works quite fine. I'm not that big of a fan of this light green color, but as I told you, you could easily rewrite it here and change it to exact dark green color that you are using. Now this one is pretty cool and I super like it. This one is kind of close, but now it misinterpreted this recharge, which is part of the product. I will maybe help it with logo is white color and let's hit run. But you can see it introduced 3 bark parts, which I think quite fits this style. And this banner as it is, I think pretty cool. I would just change the font here. However, I won't be doing that in here, but this is 2-click fix. Now, cool. Again, logo, product, CTA button. If I would insist on logo being somewhere upper left, I would also write it here. Logo appears on the upper left. It needs to do some compromises because my reference is in square aspect ratio and we are doing 4:5, so it tries to rearrange it. However, this setup that is already here is basically prepared, and with minimal adjustments somewhere else in Photoshop, let's say, or Canva, it is ready to go. Now, we have this part also ready. So I will position it here. And now we need one more type of video, which is UGC-style content, where a certain person is showing the product in real life and maybe speaking some reviews about it. I'm not saying you should make it out, but if you have some experiences that you gathered, but people were not maybe able to record it, or they did not want it to, let's say, be the face in the public video, if you ask permission, they will give you reviews and you can use it with AI avatar here. And we will do it on another workflow of mine, which I did a while ago, but now some time has passed, so I need to update it a little bit. Where here I will definitely use Nano Banana Pro, and we want 9:16 because it will be real. So I will plug this prompt into Nano Banana and this prompt in new Nano Banana, which is not here just as well. So I will copy it. This one is old, so I will update it. It will be plugged here. And maybe, just so it is not that overwhelming for you in the beginning, I will delete more lines and it will only be one line of generation. So here this will be gone. First we will do some cast of person, which is UGC style portrait photo on iPhone in living room, European 35-year-old woman. Could be okay. If it should be, let's say, I don't know, Japanese, you would just change the connection of nodes, but I will stick with European for this one. And let's hit run. And while this is being generated, I will copy my image reference. Here we can get rid of sneaker and we will plug in product, but not here. We will do it with the newer model and we will use this prompt here. And it's gonna be deleted. All those prompts have some logic. First, we will create a person that we actually like. Since we prompted iPhone, it gave us also some UI elements. No UI elements in the shot. Run. And when this would be confirmed, we will create another image where we will combine photo of our character and a product. And then we will create a video with this image done. So we will have our UGC style video done. Now, I will clean that workflow just as well, and there will be a link. Now, I think that's fine. We can hit run here, and we should probably end up with image of this woman holding this product. If that would be fine, then it is UGC style video and character speaking. Here we could get back to ChatGPT and ask, imagine UGC style creator that showcases the product. Give me some lines he, she could tell. Make it in English, French, and I don't know, Japanese. As I told you, this is just to save some time, but do not rather made it out of nothing. Made up reviews would not work. So lately I have been trying this mushroom blend called Wildmind Recharge. It's becoming, I think this might work. I will copy the first one, and here she holds it. That's quite fine. And I will just change what she is speaking. Now, in here it's Google Veo 3, which we can confidently say goodbye. And now we can bring probably Kling 3, where I would plug in prompt and also image. It's superior model to what was there, aspect ratio 9:16, and let's hit run. But I will probably also bump up duration so she has enough time to actually deliver the line. Let's hit run. Run anyway, because this model eats up some credit. And maybe to show you how we can scale this production, this is one line in production. But while this is being ready, we could change to different woman, or in here it will be man. So let's run. Now we have our band. It, however, introduced some UI elements, but I will give it a try, so maybe it will figure out I don't want it there. Let's hit run, and we should get this man holding this product. If not, then I would change it here. Video is still in production, but I can create 2 more, because we will end up with 3 UGC videos, each one in different language. And here we have our guy. That's fine, he's holding it. Now he can deliver the French line, copy it. But forgive me, I cannot confirm or judge how correct this is because I don't speak French. Now I will connect this prompt into new Kling node. This one is already in production, so we can change it. I will plug this image here, and let's hit run. Run anyway. And the last version would be Japanese, and let's say 25-year-old woman, and she will be not in a living room scene, but she will be in somewhere outside. Now let's hit run. And here she is. Again, no UI elements in the shot. It gave it there, but I would imagine her to be maybe somewhere in a forest, not in a garden. Daylight summer scene in the forest. Let's run model. Video is taking a bit longer, which is to be expected. Now this is fine. I can now again run this part also, because second video is already in production. And we can do that freely. And our first video is done. Let's reposition. It would be like so. And we can listen to it. And this is completely my bad, because even though she is obviously speaking what she should, I forgot to click generate audio. But it's not much of a problem. I will go here. There is a history. I will return to this image to being active. I will go here and I click generate audio. And now I can do it again. Run anyway. Now this one is probably the same error. Therefore I can click X and cancel it, which is sad, but whatever. I will return to the guy. And now I need to be wise, because now I actually prompted this woman to speak French because I did not change it. So I need to go here, get back to English line, copy it, paste it here. And for the guy, in here, he will be speaking English, but generate audio on, run model. And now we just need to fix our Asian girl, because I'm not a fan of this image too much. Let's add a little bit of prompt direction. It would be close-up shot. And we will try it this way. Let's hit run. Now this is way better. So I can also use third video. But in here, it needs to be generate audio on. And we only need to change what she is gonna be speaking. Now, I assume that this sign is something like quotation marks, so I will therefore copy it like this. Copy, and let's do character speaking, just to be sure, in Japanese language. It would probably get it out of this alphabet, or how do we call it, but just to be sure. Let's hit run. Run anyway. And now we only need to wait. And now after a couple minutes of waiting, I realized there was still some glitch happening, because even though I changed language and source image, I did not change this original setup. So it appeared also in final prompt, and I was generating man in living room, which then changed into forest. and he was speaking in a little bit feminine way, because there was also somewhere in it mentioned that here, woman holding product. It was like it. So there was kind of contradictory information from image and prompt itself. Therefore, I needed to get back to it, rewrite it as it was, and let it generate. It will be done soon, but we can take a look at those two that were done just fine. First, it's woman in English.
Lately, I've been using this mushroom blend called Wild Mind Recharge. It's become a little habit in the morning when I need to stay focused.
Completely fine. And in here, this one is in Japanese, but I cannot tell if it really is. I hope it is.
最近、ワイドマインドビラージっていうマッシュムーブブレンドを試してるんだけど、集中したい朝のルーティンになってきた。
Okay, that glitch was happening only because maybe this is streamed. However, if you would download it, it would go smooth. And here it introduced nice cut, which I'm completely okay with. That's totally fine. And man will be done in a second, which will be in French. And if we zoom out, you can see that we already created a bunch of assets. Product detail pages with clean background, stylized images, basic mood videos, static banners, animated banners. Then here, these were more so like PPC banners with CTA buttons. And below it, we have a system to create UGC-style videos. But there is one more asset I would like to create in here, all within one workflow, one big workflow, which is something like a brand video that would live on a, I don't know, landing page or something like that. It needs to be moody, fast, maybe include some main claims and benefits, something like that, with a couple of shots that we will create here. But in reality, you would need to come up with it, with the brief, what you want in it. Now, since this is technical showcase, I will get back to our ChatGPT, where I will ask it, I need a brand video for this product. It needs to be under 15 seconds. I want you to create me a script for that. Give me shot. Give me description for each shot, where with product image as visual reference, and also complete voiceover that will play over it. And now you can see we are provided with shot descriptions, and it also gives us cue when to plug in prompt. So use product image, no product yet, and we can simply copy this hero product shot and also what should be called. Therefore, we will basically create it completely in Weavy. Everything apart one thing, which is creating voiceover. We cannot do that there that easily. So I will create only that part somewhere else, and I will bring audio back in to combine it. Let's say I'm fine with it. In reality, I wouldn't be done with it right now. I would tweak it at least for a long time, because I would need to be happy with it. But for showcase, that's just fine. I also want to give it some visual technical reference, so all images are somehow in visual line. Script is fine, just add camera and visual descriptions, anything that camera style, visual descriptions, or anything that can keep visual style consistency, not just what is in the image. Here you can see this is a global visual style. I will copy this. Let's go to this part and I will create new prompt. And here is global visual style. That's fine. And then I will copy shot descriptions. This will be first prompt and first shot. Shot 1. Voiceover is not important right now. Then shot 2. Then shot 3, 4, and that's it. So it will be probably 4 shots. I will deal with voiceover when the video shots would be in production. Let's maybe check which shots doesn't need reference. Clean hero shot, strong focus. Only second shot doesn't need reference. So we will go to Weavy. And now I will combine those prompts with concatenator, where this will be first part of a prompt and also supplemented with global style. Another concatenator with second shot prompt and global style. I can simply copy it. Third shot and global style. And fourth with global style. Let's arrange it. And here, I don't think we need to use Clink 03, which is newest, most powerful model. We could maybe spend some credits here just to show you that even previous versions are still really good. Now I will bring in video model, which will be, let's say, it will be Clink video. So it will be previous version of Clink, which is fine. I will set it up to be 16:9 and we will give it a prompt. And also I can copy this image reference of our product here, just so I don't need to drag long connection lines. I messed it up. And I will copy video notes 3 times. This would be shot 1. This will be shot 2, which doesn't need product if I recall correctly. Then shot 3. and hero shot in the end. Now each one is set to be 5 seconds. That's completely okay. Run, 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 run. And while this is being, some models have a problem with image being too big, like this one is, because it's almost 5,000 pixels on the vertical side. So I will here rather use original generation, not the upscaled version. Some models can downgrade it on their own, some cannot. So let's see it. Run, run, run. You can see that this one already started to generate because it did not have big image reference. And maybe to compare, we could try maybe even seedance. This way you can really quickly iterate on what you are doing with different models, different visuals. Okay. Run, 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 and run. But the problem here is obvious. I once again messed it up because prompts I was generating were for image model first. My bad. Let's use Nano Banana Pro and we will fix it quite fast. 2K 16:9. I will copy it 3 times. Don't worry, I will then tidy up this workflow for you. Now I will plug image reference into 1, 3, and 4. Then I will plug prompt 1, 2, 3, and 4. In here you can see that only with text input you can never keep the visual consistency, and I never do that, so I don't even know why I did that. Forgive me. In here we will first create still shots, and only after then we can create videos. So while this is generating, I will go in here and I will copy voiceover to 11 labs. You can create enough of text for free here, therefore no need to pay for premium versions. Now we have copied it here and I can simply pick the voice I want. I will stick with what's here and let's hit generate.
Energy doesn't have to come from pressure. Sometimes it comes from nature. Wild Mind Recharge. Adaptogenic mushrooms for clarity and steady energy. Recharge your mind naturally. Energy doesn't have to come from pressure. Sometimes it comes from nature. Wild Mind.
I prefer this second version, so I will download it. And now we can get back to Weavy. And here we have our images. This is completely okay. I don't like this one. Recharge your mind. That's maybe okay, but it changed the packaging. So I need to inspect the prompt. Where lies problem? Now let's text on the right side, product on the left side. Now let's run it again. This one, let's check. Prompt number 3. This caused a problem, visual description. It then understands it like step by step, hands opening, and I will get rid of this part. Now, this is fine. It did what I asked. Let's fix it here also. And this just as well would be like a sequence of images, and I don't want that. Close-up shots. Now you can see what is the problem. Visual description, close-up shots of close-up shot. It will be just one. Here you can see this is completely fine. And here, even though that in reality those three mushrooms would probably never grow so close to each other or even within the same area of the world, but we can do whatever we want here. So first shot, third one, hero shot in the end, and we will just fix this moody part here. And I can already start plugging it where it needs to go. So fourth one, and here. Third one, it goes here and also here. Second one goes here and also here. And first one goes here and here. This one is still problematic, but I will let run this one, this, this, and this. And here, let's inspect what's problem here. Composition series of macro cinematic. This needs to go away. Now it will work. Most of the time, you find the problem somewhere in a prompt because you did not tell the model exactly what you want. And if you won't do that, it won't give you what you want. Now we already have a couple of shots ready. Now this is done, and that's pretty cool. We can easily click run model and run model. Now, while we are waiting for our videos to be selected, I will try to bring in audio.
Energy doesn't have to come from pressure. Sometimes it comes from nature.
Now, it's here. But we will need to first combine those clips into one continuous sequence. And only after that, we can add actually audio. In reality, I would probably do that in CapCut or any other editing software because you have a bit more control. But now I really want to show you how much you can do within one dashboard if, I don't know, you need to go fast or it's the only thing that you have. If you need to pick, then pick something like that, which is node-based, which has a lot of models available for you because it's giving you options. This is the most important part. You have options to decide how to build it and with what models. Now, here we can take a look. This is clean version. Completely fine. I like this more. Then let's check select shot. This is funny because the smoke is coming out of the pouch just as well. You would need to do it again, but I will be using this one, and let's check ending shot. This rotation is cool. And this one is pretty fast. So yes, Clink actually won in every single one. Maybe just this is a little bit boring, but for the video we are doing, that's completely fine. Now to combine all into one video, which I already know that since all those are 5 seconds, we will end up with basically 20-second clip, and our audio lasts only 12 seconds. So the ending will be boring. Therefore, maybe we can skip one image here. However, this would not be a problem in editing software, where you would simply cut each scene to the length of your choosing. Seedance version is here. I don't even know if such a mushroom exists. So I will go with Clink version in every single one. Let's do video concatenator, and I will sequence first clip, then third one. I will be skipping second one just because audio is shorter, or you could prompt for longer audio. Now we will run this model, and it will create one continuous clip. And while this is being generated, then there is merge audio and video. I will plug in audio and video here, and it should hopefully do what we need. We just need to wait. And now video is done. Let's check it. If you need to go really fast and you have nothing else, then even this level would completely do. Let's run it. And yes, I accept. No. Let's maybe start offset audio by offset in seconds. So I will probably start after 1 second. Now let's run the model.
Energy doesn't have to come from pressure. Sometimes it comes from nature. Wild Mind Recharge. Adaptogenic mushrooms for clarity and steady energy. Recharge your mind naturally. Energy doesn't have...
Now, I think we are done. We have a bunch of assets ready, maybe for the first week or 2 weeks of, I don't know, bootstrapping the brand, creating some campaign to raising funds to actually build it, or just start to market it before you invest more time into tweaking those visuals, because every single thing we have created here is, at least as I am concerned, just like 70% there. We would need to spend way more time on it, tweak those details. But once you have those assets like on brand, on point, and models and workflows are giving you the results you actually need because you invested time, then you have brand machine ready, and it can supply you with basically endless visual assets for any need. I will clean that workflow for you. I will share it with you. And that's it. And that's a full brand asset library. From nothing with one platform in about 2 hours. Is it final delivery quality? Not yet. I would call it like 75% there. But it's real. it's working, and the workflow is saved. Next time this brand needs something new, you don't start over. You just open the dashboard and build. So if you like this format and you want more, you know what to do.